How you doing? Ryan Odette here from Vine+Ash and Mamo Burger restaurants. Today I'm going to be demonstrating a pasta dish called Cacio e Pepe, which literally means cheese and pepper. There's not a lot of ingredients in this dish, so it's very important that when you're doing it, you're using the highest quality of everything that you have. There's a few techniques. It's not a really complicated recipe. It's something that you can make late at night when you're coming home after the bar. So here we have pasta. Usually on the box of pasta it'll tell you how long to cook it. For this dish I would advise you cook it about a minute less than what it says on the box, because we're going to finish it in the pan afterwards. I think that's an important thing about cooking pasta, is you're marrying the pasta to the sauce. You know, a lot of times you'll see people cook a lot of pasta and they'll put it in a bowl and then they'll take all the sauce and pour it over. That's good, you know, if you're cooking for a lot of people, but if you really want the pasta to be flavorful, tossing it in the sauce and mixing it with the sauce, making the sauce and the pasta as one, is basically the way you want to do it. So here I have some boiling water and some salt. Now this is very important. A lot of people add, I see people when they do pasta, they add like this much salt. That's not going to do anything. So you want to basically, I think the ratio is somewhere around a tablespoon per liter of water. And you want to wait till the water's boiling, put the salt in. You can ruin your pans otherwise. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the way I've been taught. So we're using spaghetti. Spaghetti is traditional in Cacio e Pepe. So we're basically just going to throw that in, set our timer for 10 minutes, and then we'll work on the sauce. All right, so we're back here working on our pasta. So for the pepper part of this, black pepper, see here I have coarsely ground. You can do this with a pan or a pepper mill, but coarsely ground black pepper. This is something I like to do with this dish. Instead of just throwing it in raw, I like to toast it. A good amount of pepper here. Just over medium heat. I'm just going to kind of shake the pan back and forth every little bit, every once in a while. But basically, you want to toast the black pepper, and you'll basically till you smell it. So you're basically, you know, you're cooking it out, and the oils are coming to life. So here we're just tossing it around the pan. Should only take about 30 or 40 seconds. Grinding it fresh is important because you'll taste it better instead of using who knows how long your black pepper's been in your cupboard for. But you know, just starting to, you'll see it smoke a little bit of smoke come out. You can turn the heat up a bit if you want it to go a little faster. But just toasting the black pepper in this dish just brings out the flavors a lot more. So the next thing we're going to do, and this is something that's a vital ingredient in this dish, is the pasta cooking water. So you have all the starch and the salt from this. So you're basically going to take a spoonful and you're going to add in. What that's going to do is going to stop or slow down the cooking. So this is going to become part of the sauce. The pasta cooking water, the black pepper, and then obviously the pasta and the cheese. So we're almost ready on the sauce here. We got a couple minutes left. You know, when we do strain this, we're going to save the water. Basically, we may need to add some more to thin or thicken the dish as we go. The cheese that we use for this dish is Pecorino Romano. That's traditional to Cacio e Pepe. It's a little saltier. You want to make sure you're using fresh cheese, obviously. The stuff in the can is not going to work, or the stuff in the bag. You know, go to a good Italian supermarket and ask for it freshly grated. It'll be all the difference in this dish, especially when you're only using 3 or 4 different ingredients. As far as the pepper goes, you can add as much or as little as you want. It does end up getting a little bit spicy, but you know, the people who love it love lots of black pepper in it. So here we're going to go. I'm just going to shut off my timer. And then we're going to strain the pasta. So we're going to catch all the water in there, so if you do need it. So this is off the heat. We're going to toss the pasta with the black pepper and the water. And now we're just going to start adding our cheese. This is pretty much like an adult mac and cheese dish. The first time I had it in Rome, I was just in love with it. I thought, you know, you can't do any better than that. So just gonna add the tongs to it. Kind of stir it around until it gets nice and creamy. There's no butter or oil in this. Some people will add butter and oil to it. It's not really traditional, but makes it nice anyways. So we're just gonna add a little bit of that pasta cooking water, kind of loosen it up so it's not too thick, and then adding a little bit more cheese. You can add as little or as not as much as cheese as you want, but I like it, you know, nice and cheesy. Basically, you want to have it so that there's a little bit of sauce left in the pan. You don't want it to be soupy. You're basically dressing the pasta like a salad. We're going to come over to the bowl here and just plate our pasta. Now, something we do a lot in the restaurant, we don't waste. So you're going to take your rubber spatula, you're going to get in there with the sauce, not leaving any of it behind. And just because we can, we're just going to add a little bit more cheese on top. And there you go. That's Cacio e Pepe.